It was the middle of the night when 9-year-old Aria awoke to what she thought might be the sound of footsteps outside her bedroom window. She sat up in bed, listening intently. Now, whatever had made the noise had disappeared. Aria couldn't help but feel as though something was out there watching her. She looked around the room, finding nothing unusual. She glanced at the window. The blind was down, but through the gaps in between the wooden slats, she could see that the garden outside was shrouded in fog. Then she noticed it, a lantern swinging slightly back and forth, appearing and disappearing amongst the billowing white clouds. It looked magical, mysterious, beckoning. And against her better judgment, Arya got out of bed and started to sneak toward the window. So this is how the night began, the night that Arya discovered the lantern in the fog. Here are 15 clues that something strange was about to happen. Number 1. Time of night. It was late enough for everyone else to be asleep. Number 2. Fog density. The fog was thick, rolling, and it was hiding the garden from view. Number 3. Flickering lantern light. The light from the lantern was dim, and it gave an uneven glow to the surrounding area, adding to the mystery. Number 4. Seen through a window. Aria first spotted the lantern from inside her bedroom window. Number 5. Sudden curiosity. She felt almost pulled toward the lantern, and she couldn't help but want to investigate further. Number 6. Sneaking out. She took quiet steps so that no one would hear her leave the house. Number 7. Cool night air. Aria stepped outside and she immediately felt goosebumps on her arms. Number 8. Sound of silence. There were no crickets chirping, no wind blowing through the trees, only her own breathing to be heard. Number 9. Shadows and fog. The shapes around her seemed to shift and change as she walked through the mist. This made her pause and hesitate, unsure if she should continue on or turn back. Number 10. Light swing slightly. It looked as though something or someone was carrying the lantern, and they were moving through the fog. Number 11. Visibility shrinks. As she moved closer to the lantern, she realized that she could barely see her own feet in front of her. Number 12. Unsteady steps. The grass felt slippery under her shoes, and she took unsteady steps over the wet ground. Number 13. Heart racing. Her heart was racing, a mixture of anticipation and dread as she continued to move forward into the fog. Number 14. Light suddenly stops. Suddenly, the light ahead stopped moving. There was no longer anything in front of her. Number 15. Fog thickens around her. It felt as though the fog was closing in on her from all sides, thickening and swirling around her like a giant white blanket. As Arya stood there frozen, the lantern in the distance flickered once and then snuffed out completely, plunging her into darkness. It felt heavy, suffocating. She couldn't see her hands in front of her face. Just as she started to panic, a shape began to form in front of her. She couldn't make out any details, but it was just enough to freeze her in place. The shape took a step closer and then another until she could almost make out a face. And when she realized who it was, she couldn't help but giggle at the surprise. "You scared me," she exclaimed, hitting him lightly on the chest. "Why are you out here? And why is the lantern out here in the middle of the night?" Her grandfather smiled calmly, holding out a steaming mug. "I thought you might like some cocoa," he said, his voice raspy with sleep. "I didn't mean to scare you. I just thought I'd bring you some company." Arya took the cocoa and snuggled close to her grandfather, feeling the warmth of his body and the love in his eyes. The fog swirled around them, but she no longer felt afraid. In fact, she felt safer than she ever had before, because she knew that as long as she had her grandfather by her side, she could face anything. And that when Aria learned that sometimes the scariest things aren't always what they seem, and that sometimes a little bit of mystery can lead to the most beautiful discoveries. The end. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the story, please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. We would love to hear what you thought of the story, and if you have any suggestions for future stories you'd like to see us tell. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to bringing you more stories in the future. Until next time, happy reading.